Hey everybody, KC here. Hope you had a great weekend. So over the weekend, one of the things I had to do is I had to go to local Citibank. That's where we do our banking, and I had to see the teller about something. Don't have to do that very often, but I had to go see a teller. So I did it on Saturday morning, and a couple hours later, I got an email, and it was from Citibank, and it said, "It was great to see you and assist with your transaction. Hi, Kevin. Thank you for visiting the Norotan Heights branch today. It was my pleasure to assist you with your recent transaction. We appreciate your business and the opportunity to assist you with all your financial needs." It's all pretty boilerplate, right? But then underneath it was really interesting. It said, "As your dedicated banker, you can always reach me at," and it gave me her name. It said her title was concierge, which I found really, really interesting. Branch name, branch location, branch phone number, and then the banker's email. It gave me the teller's, the concierge's, direct email. So if I had any questions, I could reach out to her directly. And I just thought that was so interesting. I think the idea that they are trying, at a time when most banking is being done online, the idea that they would provide that kind of information and basically open a line of communication that way is fascinating. And maybe differentiating. Maybe this happens to everybody. I only have one bank. But this to me just, really grabbed my attention. And it occurred to me, this is the kind of stuff that retailers ought to do. What if every time I checked out at a supermarket, a couple of hours later, got an email from the store? Not necessarily from the person who was working the checkout lane, but maybe from the store manager saying, "Hey, thanks for coming in today. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions, have any additional needs, reach out to me directly." I think that's and maybe they could automate it so it's only for orders over $50. I don't know what the line would be, but it seems to me that that's the kind of personalized service, the kind of connection that retailers, especially in a time when A, there's so much consolidation, and B, there's obvious competition from online. It's the kind of connections that brick and mortar retailers ought to be reaching for. Find a way to make connections. Sort of an article of faith around here, right? Everything you do as a retailer should be designed to draw you closer to the customer and draw the customer closer to you as opposed to creating boundaries. I think it's a really important thing to do. I think it's the kind of thing that retailers ought to emulate. And trust me, I don't often say that people ought to copy banks, but this is a case where I think it's absolutely a good idea. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning. And as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.